Good morning, beautiful people. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Okay. Like, share, subscribe, liking, even if you don't like it, just acknowledging it helps me out a little bit. I know I'm a little lowly channel that really talks off the cuff a lot. So I get it. I'm not like the big content creators, but I greatly appreciate either what you give. Share, subscribe, comment, because today is some bullshit. Okay? You going off to work?
Yeah.
All right. Have a good day. Is Sweetie back in there? Put her in the bathroom. Yeah. Okay, let me explain this situation. Okay. Y'all know, if y'all been listening to any of these lives, I have 4 dogs. I have a German Shepherd pit mix. I have a bully pit mix. I have a Shih Tzu, and I have the Chihuahua. Okay, the Shih Tzu and the Chihuahua are old dogs. One's 11, the other's 9. The 9-year-old is the Shih Tzu. Her name is Sweetie. Sweetie ain't fucking with the baby of the bunch, the bully pit, and her name is Sky. And Sky is all puppy. I want to play. Let's play. Let's have fun. Don't care who it is. We don't be wanting to play, but she want to play. Okay? Sweetie ain't having it. Eddie would rather fight Sky, and Sky has on a couple occasions slapped shit out of him with that big old paw. Yes, I'm talking about you. Yes, I am. You go away. I love you. Okay. Anyway, you lay down. Lay down while I do this. Lay down. Lay. Oh, don't do that. Come here, Tai Tai. Come here. Lay down. She's my dog, but her buddy is my baby boy. He just left for school, and now she is sitting there looking at the door, even though she's got love all in the room. Okay, she got her other buddy up under the bed. That's the German pit, my pitties. Okay, they pitties, and I got the Chihuahua over here, like pick me up and put me in your lap. It ain't happening today. Anyway, I digress because that's not what I was talking. I came on today to talk about. I just finished watching or finding out that there's no court for the Young Thug trial. And my question is, I shouldn't be like that. Because someone posed that question on me one time, and I got highly upset. I was about to say, where did they go to law school? And that's not even right, because all of them got all of them experience. It's just, this is a trial that's like a jigsaw puzzle, a bad jigsaw puzzle. A very, I'm not say bad. Bad isn't good. Like the pieces are so intricate that you, it's hard for you to put it together. You know how to put puzzles together, but the pieces are so similar, just a little off, that you can't put it together because fast. You have to really take your time. Well, in this case, I hope you're not doing that. You ain't got no business. Sorry, I had to check Sky. She's a pup. She can't help it. Um, the YSL trial, I done lost what they trying them for. I know that there's a RICO in here. They have posed no evidence towards a RICO and links to murders. They can't link Young Thug to it. They want Young Thug so bad they could taste it. And I got a feeling it has a whole lot to do with Miss Fonnie Willis. Okay. I'm gonna keep it above. Fonnie, ain't nothing illegal about you getting with a separated man. Okay, he was separated. They were trying to figure out if they were going to divorce or not, and he was doing him while he was separated. Now, if that's what he told you, they were separated and he actually wasn't, that's on him. But if that's what you believe, that's what you believe. Anyway, still all wrong. But anyway, nothing illegal about that. It might be a little ethical in there, but when you gave him Agent Orange's trial and put him first chair and all that stuff, that's where you did the boo boo. And then you gave the man, wait, then he had somewhere in the divorce proceedings of this man, he had $2,000 to his name, but then again, he ended up with 600,000. Yo, baby, you, yeah. If the state, I don't know if she is the state district attorney or just for Fulton County, but either way, if she is Fulton County, they elect. She goes up for election. She's not by appointment, so she goes up for election for Fulton County. They still got people in jail for that's been held up for over three plus years, and she said they're competency cases. Okay, fine. Then you need to fix that where there's a verdict. They can't stand trial until this. Get that off your books, because I listened to her video. I know I'm being long-winded about it, but hell. Anyway, she was saying that the people, it was like 19 people that is locked up right now that haven't went to trial, that haven't had any type of proceedings, is because they're not competent to stand trial. Well, the judge needs to go ahead and fix that. Either put it where they're going to always be in the nut house, which is if it's that bad, they probably need to be there. Just go ahead and say they're incompetent to stand trial, and they will be sentenced to life in Grady Memorial Psych Ward until such as they have gotten a competency established, meaning they get it together and become lucid again. Okay, and that they keep it together. If they go to trial and they're lucid when they go, and then while they get the trial, they get all stressed the fuck out and they lose their mind. Okay, they're not going to be. The stress is not going to help them. They're gonna always flip and flop. Either they stop taking their meds and then they go in the trial because they stop taking their meds. Now, I saw that on an episode of Law and Order. The guy was homeless and he was schizophrenic, and he got through law school, was doing great, and usually you graduate at 21, you go 2 more years, think maybe 3 more years, get your law degree. So that made him 24. By the time he hit around 27, his symptoms started. He was already established as a lawyer, and he went the hell out. And they found out he had schizophrenia because it was in the family. It's a family trait. So he took medicine, but the medicine made him feel weird, made him feel like he was underwater. And that's what a lot of people do. If they take a seizure medicine or something for their mental illness, it makes them feel funny. Either they get the dry mouth or something. I have ADD. If I'm not on my stuff, you will hear 4 different subjects in the same live, like you're hearing now. Anyway, he took his medicine because he was at the county psych ward, and they kept him on his meds. He became lucid. He came to trial, and the next thing you know, he was wonky all over again because he stopped taking his pills. So it can happen. Anyway, I digress. Finally needs to get those people off her books so it don't look like they are not doing their job. Oh, damn. One moment, please. Trey. Thank you. Now, the trial itself. I've watched this trial. I've watched the faux pas where folks is messing up. I saw where Miss Love, I don't have a problem with the AKA-ish looking prosecutor, but when you do F stuff, okay, let me just say it like that. If you're gonna do fuck shit, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna like you anymore. Okay, and you get away with it, I'm really not gonna like you. Adrienne Love, I know that she has to be competent because she's been a district attorney for some time. It's not like she just became district attorney. It's not like she just became a lawyer. So, have you been unethical all your career? When you are pulling out pictures for the jury to see when it was clearly by the judge not allowed, okay? When you half lying, when you put, oops, we forgot to put this in discovery. Yeah, no, bitch, you meant to do that, okay? I got a problem, okay? I was like, oh, we got sisters up here. They're getting ready to do the darn thing. They're getting ready to handle it. I don't know much about Thug, but I like lifestyle. But, if he, to be quite honest, I ain't worried about his crew. That I don't know nothing about his crew. I just know Young Thug. Anyway, and Rich Homie Quan. Anyway, and God rest his soul. And, from what it sounds like, all this stuff that happened with Big Nut and all the other the shooting up the houses and all this stuff never really seemed to link to him. Was he in the car? No. Did he buy the guns? No. Did he rent the car? Well, in one case he rented the car, but we don't know if the car was we don't know who had him of that car during all of this time. Anyway, we know Doug didn't, and so he just rented it. And there's been many a times where brothers and sisters, friends, cousins, all that stuff say, yo, man, my car broke down and I need the help getting around, and say, my funds are flat and I can't get an Uber, and the Uber is gonna cost way too much. And they say, you know what, let me go ahead and rent you a car. And they rent the car for whomever so they can get to and from work, or point A to point B. So there's nothing really nefarious, nothing malicious about that. But of course, they did. So, like I said, had two sisters up there, one looking AKA, the other one looking dealt this as, and so both of them seem like I got this past couple weeks. Yeah. When the judge tells you either you are so disorganized that you are trying this case as you go along because you can't keep your ducks in a row. I'm paraphrasing there. And, y'all ain't prepping your people. Okay. Somewhere in there, I don't get it. Okay. And then, you got detectives who, I digress for just a second. It's amazing how all of the investigators for this YSL and the Big Nut murder and all that, all of a sudden retired. They're former investigator. None of them is still there. They all have retired. I wonder why. Maybe y'all was doing some unethical investigations, because none of them are there. So the former squirrel brain investigator that Lil Woody had called him, I see where he got that nickname, squirrel brain. One thing you don't say is you never mention anybody that's locked up currently or anything like that, or they just got out of jail or anything like that. Unless you're asked. And this dummy was asked one question and he gave that answer. Okay, well, that was the vote for a mistrial one, and the judge was like, "Nah, we're not gonna do it. I'll give instructions." Well, we got a new one here. This one is a lay person. He no police nowhere. Let me ask this question: if you're gonna put your slides up on the big screen, could you please put the same information in the subject's hand while they're sitting in the stand? Why did Miss Hilton or instruct him to read what's on the screen instead of what's in his hand? Or don't give it to him at all. It's one in the three, okay? And he read from what was given to him, and he read it all out. And where was he said free quay, uh, something like that. And you can see how she went. Like the first time he did it, he was just a talking. He was like, yeah, he was locked up, and there was like objection, blah 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 blah, and all this stuff. And she threw her hands up and got all dramatic. And I'm like, you should have kept your cool. Anyway, here goes number two. And he read from. He said, "Was I not supposed to say that?" And the judge was like, yeah, don't pay no attention. Don't pay attention. Let's go on to the next question. Okay. And so here he is reading from not the screen, because if he had looked up at the screen, he would have saw the redaction and he probably would have skipped over it and went to the other one, right? But she handed him the unredacted version. Here you go. And he read it like he was supposed to. And he said free Quan. And she was trying to stop him before he got there. And she would yeah. I hiccup too, because you caused that on yourself. So we've been sitting up here waiting, right? And like I said, Fonnie is already in tough tutu. Okay, first of all, they done all kinds of stupid shit. Like someone sent a letter of complaint, but it's just like, what are you doing, right? And they sent it to, I'm not sure who it said, it was the court or was it to the district attorney himself? Anyway, or Founding Wellness. Anyway, the person was like, they're in Australia, Germany, somewhere, and they pretty much was like, "What are you doing? Are you trying to lose this case? I have never seen such incompetency of supposedly seasoned attorneys in my life." Well, apparently, Miss Love got in her feces. Shit. Oh Lord, help me! I'm sorry. Got in her face and was like, "Yo, and sent it over to Fonnie. And Fonnie was like, gave her a pep talk, ad speech, you know, per letter. And Fonnie forgot to just make it between the two of them, Miss Love and her. And she sent it to everybody, with the exception of the defense. So the judge got it. And the judge is like, you gotta be kidding me. No. Mm-mm-mm-mm. No, she didn't. Yes, she did. She sent that entire letter and copied the original email. It was an email. So when it copied all that. So to be ethical and not that so it looked like an ex parte case. I'm not a lawyer, and I'm so glad I chose not to be. One, way too much reading. Although I end up becoming a nurse and way too much reading, but it was more interesting. Um, And she was like, yeah, you have to look at ex parte. Yes, I just want to go in and say, look, tell your side of the story. It's this. Okay. Like off of Divergent. I'll give you a shot. It's truth serum. You ain't gonna be able to lie. And if you lie, it's gonna hurt. It's going to hurt. You will end up having an aneurysm trying to lie on the stand. I don't have to go through all that, but it's ex parte case and and then he said this, and well, we already know he locked up. What's the big deal, But yeah, he's not supposed to. He knows better than that. Those things. I've been talking for 20 minutes. I told you ADD every time, or ADHD, whatever. She sent the whole letter off. So the judge sent it to the defense. And so I'm like, okay, fine. You're looking bad all over the place. And it's election time. How many people think Fani's going to get reelected? I think, yeah, she's up for election now. With all this going on, and I think the election is during the presidential portion, I believe. So this is her year for being reelected or being let go. Who thinks Fani is going to be reelected? You have been summoned by the state legislation, and you told them to suck. Anyway, you didn't show up. Okay, and you still are behind in cases with your district attorneys. There are people that have been this trial's been going on for 2 years. If there's a RICO, it should have been established a long ass time ago. I don't know. I can't even recall in my old age, and I'm 57 years old, a trial that is 2 years old. 2. Young Dolph's thing took 1 week. We were done because the dude snitched on everybody. One took an alpha P and stuck everything on the poor little one over there. So there you go. The suitcase lady, she is on day 4 or 5 or something like that, because now the defense, I think, has rest, and the state is getting ready to examine her, and they gonna nail her to the tree. She ain't Jesus. That's why I said tree. Because that woman knows she ain't right. Okay. It don't take long. It don't take long if you got guilt, you got guilt. You're trying to find guilt. And and I'm not such a, like I said, I like lifestyle with Rich Homicon and Young Thug. And there's probably some songs that I know that I like, didn't know it was, Thug. So I'm not gonna sit up and say I don't like Thug. I'm not like, oh my God, Drake's my baby. I know y'all don't like Drake, but I love me some Aubrey. Okay, so that would be something I would be tripping about. Okay. Thug is Thug, okay? If you don't have solid proof, Woody got up there, Woody, look, if y'all could take the probation off of Motoon, you should have went and snatched Woody's ass up and took that damn immunity charge from him, but y'all didn't do that. My thing is this, Fani, your election time is up, in my opinion. It's just up. So we waited all this time to find out. Well, there's no trial today because now everybody is talking to the judge, because defense is like, look, let me explain something to you. This is a mistrial, and if you don't want a mistrial, you give me a direct verdict. Either way, he asked for a speedy trial. This trial has been nothing of. It's been torture. It's been tortoise speed, Okay, if you saying I want it to be as slow as a damn turtle in the winter, then they got what they asking for. They asked for a speedy trial. This is no way near speedy, and if they get a mistrial, it's over. So, uh, the Fulton County District Attorneys got a lot of work ahead of them because right now they're looking horrible. Horrible. And there is nothing, I'm like, if I thought about being a lawyer at one point, there's no way I could be a criminal defense attorney. I couldn't even be for the prosecution. And I know that there's a rite of passage. You got to go and be pro bono at the, as a district attorney. Nah, hell with that. Okay. I will do your wills. I will do your tax. I'll be a tax attorney. And I am not math savvy at all. But I'll be anything but something that I have to walk into that courtroom. Yeah, I'll probably be a medical litigator because I could, read charts and understand medical things because that's what I like, science. So yeah, I could do that. Political type law, yeah, all politicians are crooks. So um, yeah, everybody be guilty. I have to recuse myself from every case I would get involving a politician because I would not be very good. I would not be very good for somebody who's clearly guilty, like the suitcase lady. I don't know how that lawyer is doing a really good job because she has no case. She should have took the 15 years and she rejected it. So uh, I am looking for a guilty plea so she can sit for 22 and a half years to life, wondering, dang, I should took that plea. Yeah, this is your torture from George because you shouldn't have killed that man. Anyway, let me get off this thing because I've been yakking for way too long, and it's just something to do because I have no cases, no current cases to do, and I finished up all my others. So I'm waiting on calls right now, and yeah, but I've talked enough. I don't know what's going on. My thoughts is y'all might as well mistrial this and never try it again. Never try it again. Fonnie, I got a feeling you're not going to be in office come January because of your ethics. And that means there's a possibility that Mrs. Silton and Mrs. Love are both kicked off the damn out of the fucking prosecution, the DA's office, because right now they're struggling, they drowning, they're not even treading water, they drowning. And then you got to go and get Mr. Abate, who come in there, and then he go and he start, let me show you how real district attorney work. He went in there and he threw all this stuff out. And the next evening, when the evening when the jury went out, she said, "I appreciate the efficiency of the time that was used today. Uh, the prosecution, keep it up." Okay, I don't understand. And Miss Love is trying her best to go first chair. They need to sit her in the back because all she's gonna do is mess up this trial even worse. I don't know if it's gonna even happen. I truly do. Well, those are my thoughts. Like I said, cut a sister a break, like, share, and subscribe, or just like the video so I can continue my to get better or worse. Who knows? Anyway, y'all have a good day. This is Swan, and I'm out.